Ms. Dimbo, I'd like to pick up right where you and Mr. Ezel just left off, because when we go out and talk to stakeholders and corporations and people in Washington, D.C., we hear the quest for harmonization all the time, that they suffer trying to comply with multiple and inconsistent regulatory schemes, reporting structures. So if we are to accept that true harmonization is a pipe dream, are there nonetheless things we could be doing better? Are there things that we as members of Congress could still do to try to diminish or alleviate some of that burden of those inconsistent systems?
I believe that when I say that it is a pipe dream, I mean trying to harmonize the entire government is a pipe dream. It would be great if DHS could just harmonize within its own walls. And this is why when we did this practice of CFATs with the Coast Guard, that's both DHS, it's within the same family, and we could not get that to happen. And so I think if you could start local and then go wider, that would be valuable. I think I will say that specifically for natural gas utilities, not only are we TSA, we are CFATs, we are Coast Guard, and for our combination gas and electric, we are NERC. And that doesn't count for other energy sources. And so it is a lot. And so we are wanting to be a player to help bring all of this together. This is why we keep trying to drive this. Do I have a solution for Congress on this? I'll have to go back and think harder on that. Right now, I have just been trying to figure out how we, industry, can help drive to bring government together.
And Mr. Salufo, did you have thoughts on that question?
Firstly, I agree with everything that has been said here, and as much as I understand it. But I do think the Office of the National Cyber Director could be a little bit of a belly button to drive at least the cyber piece. Now, my view is it should all be outcome-based. We always have these check the boxes, and everyone's going to have their own boxes they want to check. And it ends up being just a massive knot that never comes together. But if you can go to outcome-based approaches, and if you can get NCD, the Office of the National Cyber Director, to play the quarterback role it can play, I think we can actually make some progress. We're never going to get there 100%, but it should be outcome-based, and that's just not the way most of the approaches are right now, because it is a headache. If you're a company, you can have 15 different regulators you got to go to, so all of whom disagree. So point is I think I normally say a pessimist is an optimist with experience. I'm a little more optimistic on this one, which is nice. So I think it can move, but not on its own. It's going to have to take some pushing from industry and Congress.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.